Welcome to this Age of Empires forecasted game, and today we have something very, very special lined up. We've got 3DB spawning in on the east side of the map in orange, playing as the Delhi Sultanate, and his opponent today will be 3D Anatan spawning in on the west side of the map in blue as the Chinese. Welcome to Mountain Clearing, a very, very aggressive map. We've got the one central sacred site, and a boar there, just guarding it very nicely. No, actually, it's actually kind of funny because this gives me flashbacks of S-tier tournaments where players would try and put a Barbican of the Sun or maybe a Kremlin or some sort of defensive landmark there. And players would get their scout and aggro their boar onto those villages. The villages would die and it would be a very quick game. But speaking of S-tier tournaments, something I would love to hear from you guys on the YouTube side of things is, well, who is your most favorite player in Age of Empires 4? That could be to watch in terms of, watching on casted games. It could be your favorite player to watch actually playing the game, but you can only pick one. Okay, so who is your most favorite player involved in Age of Empires 4? You got to let me know in the comment section below. I'm not so sure. I mean, there are lots of good ones out there. Might have to take some time to think about it, especially because I watch a lot of them. But I've got to hear from you guys. Who is your most favorite player in Age of Empires 4? Drop it in the comment section below, and I'll take a look and see what the fan favorites are. But speaking of fan favorites, this is one of the reasons why 3DB may be a fan favorite, because of his aggressiveness. Already opening up with the barracks. This is the Delhi Sultanate with the berries on the front with the deer pack very close by and a gold. You probably want to protect this quite nicely with an outpost potentially. We shall see. You may have other plans with the barracks coming up. Now the deer pack, not in a very nice spot there, taken by Anatan. I think 3DB has been on the hunt here with the scout and just killed them in awkward positions. But yeah, nice back gold though for the Chinese, has to be said. It's pretty nice. Maybe thinking about getting a Barbican of the Sun. We'll have to see. The gold is not in such a flattering position for the Delhi Sultanate. There's one here which is not too terrible, but certainly not as good as the one here for the Chinese. Although, I mean, it's a bit of an open access here. It could be an issue. An outpost here could deny 2 golds, actually. Could be something he considers. Let's see. He's got the barracks up and running and getting spearmen out. They're going to be expecting Dark Age aggression. We shall see what he decides to do with this. Oh, okay, this is happening. Sending a villager forward and another spearman. So 2 spearmen and a villager is going to look to outpost that berries and the deer pack. It's actually pretty effective. I mean, if this does go up, which it probably should, how does Anatan deal with this? Because, I mean, this is a bit of a problem. He's going to be pushed off of berries, he's going to be pushed off of deer. He doesn't have all that many sheep. All the sheep went over to 3DB. Holy moly, how many has he got? He's got 13 sheep. He must have gone really fast with his scout forwards. Well, this is actually looking bad for Anatan. He's not going to have that much food to take. Villagers coming out with the shivs. I mean, he kind of has to deny this going up. He can't really afford for this outpost to go up. Sacrificing some villager time. But Spearman going to be dealing with this. It looks like it's going to be the Barbican of the Sun. He kind of has to, really, doesn't he? He may have to try and rush this up, though, because he loses the villager. Maybe losing more with the Spearman. 3 Spearmen and a scout. I wonder if more Spearmen are on the way. There's another one. Maybe even to continue. No, he's going to stop there for now, Daddy. He wants to get up to the next stage eventually at some point. But he's going to lose a scout to the Spearman. Probably best the scout than compared to villagers. He does save one of them. That's pretty ideal, but he's losing more. He's lost 2 so far. We shall see if he's able to migrate this villager back. I don't think so. Gonna lose a 3rd. And yeah, B does cancel that outpost in the end, which makes total sense. The Barbican of the Sun will be going up, and as we reach the 4-minute mark of the game, I suspect the Delhi Sultanate and 3DB will be trying to get to that feudal age pretty soon. Alright, running around, and does lose 1 spearman to the Barbican of the Sun, of course, on the retreat. I think it maybe lost 2 there, actually. But what I want to know is what happened to that villager. It seems like that villager went back. I can't see the villager on the minimap anywhere. Let's just pan over to B's point of view. Yeah, there's no villager lurking around anymore. But the 2 spearmen and the scout going southwards at this point. So the Barbican in a position where it kind of doesn't quite range the sacred site, which is actually a bit unfortunate. It couldn't really go further forward because it would be a bit further away from being running back and be a bit more exposed. But it is what it is. Desperate times called for desperate measures, and he had to take some desperate measures there. Had to rush it up. But 6 worker kills, guys. That's how many workers that B has killed. That's actually kind of bonkers when you think about the damage that's been done. It's actually pretty bad. Economy units is actually 12 to 20. I'm not sure what that discrepancy is there, to be honest. But in any case, Scout, is he going to get away with it? Oh, he does just about get away with that. Another hit probably would have killed him. But this is bad as a start here for Anatan. Does have the Imperial Official supervising, which will get that extra food in, which is pretty nice. Dome of the Faith is the landmark of the choice for the Delhi Sultanate. Something a bit different. 3DB, we're often very much seeing him go for Tower of Victory, which is an incredibly strong landmark, actually increasing the attack speed of infantry. But he decides to go for the Dome of the Faith today, maybe look to mass up those scholars. We shall see what is in store for us with 3DB. What I do know is that 3DB games are almost always fun to watch. And we will see how fun on this cast. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content. And if you have, do please consider giving the video a like. It just helps me with the algorithm. I have, hopefully going to be investing a lot more time into Age of Empires forecasting, something I'm enjoying actually. I did take a bit of a break. I think a lot of content creators took a bit of a break. But I am back, hoping to improve and grow the channel and just get ahead on the YouTube side of things. Scout will be spotting that, the Imperial Academy, so the Song Dynasty will be coming into play for the Chinese, which is just as well, because he's going to need those villagers. The Song Dynasty, obviously one of those bonuses, in a way, for the Chinese that actually increases the number of villagers that they can produce per given unit of time, so they're just quicker TC, basically, to produce villagers. And it does have access to the Imperial Academy now that could also train some of these more of these Imperial officials to collect tax, but also supervise these buildings, these drop-off sites. Gonna open up with a double blacksmith. Now, if you're not aware, with Age of Empires 4, the Delhi Sultanate have access to free technology, so he's going to get double blacksmith because obviously you can only queue up, say obviously, but just so you know, you can only queue up one technology per building at a time. So he's going to get 2 blacksmiths to get 2 running at the same time. A lot of villagers on gold. He's going to go for a fast castle. I think this is an outpost rush. Well, an attempted outpost. Well, to be fair, it was a very successful overall outpost rush. Even though the outpost didn't go up, he killed 6 workers. So on the back of this, he's going to go for the fast castle. He's got the berries, he's got the deer pack, got gold there nicely as well. So it's going to be a pretty fast timing, considering he actually invested in an outpost rush as well. And with the eco upgrades coming in, wheelbarrow for free, of course. Double broadaxe will be coming in soon. And has already got the first one. I forget what that's called now at times. Sometimes I just have a bit of a mind block. In any case, speaking of mind blocks, or blocks in general, the Chinese and Anatan is going to try and block any sort of entrance into the base on this northern side. Getting an outpost, getting that vision nice and early. Wait a minute. What's going on here? In the south? Oh my god. Okay, that villager. Well, he's going to go for a proxy base. Going to go for an archery range. Interesting. He's going to go for walls as well with the spearmen to kind of break these in and make sure it's all well protected. So, I mean, this map generally does breed shenanigans, and 3DB is definitely going to be getting up to no good today on this map. Might be looking to try and deny the gold as best as he can, but the castle is going to be coming in soon. I'd be interested to see what he decides to go with. Going to go with the compound of the defender. Could he be possibly going for well, I mean, no signs of it just yet, but a keep drop could be pretty incredible. We'd have to go on stone for that, of course. No stone in the bank just yet. But he's going to get decent time on that castle age, and it's a bit hard for Anatan because he's not going to be in the castle age himself anytime soon. Not only because he lost 6 workers, but also because of the fact that he's gone for the Song Dynasty. He's obviously spending more food to actually keep this town centre running, so he's going to catch up on the village count. Yeah, but he lost a lot. That's to be said, 6 villagers. Holy moly. Still crazy strategy. He's going to try and get an outpost in the middle to try and deny the sacred site coming in. Pretty surprised that actually B didn't get their sacred site earlier, actually. He did have the opportunity to do so. Instead, he's going to go for the relics, it seems. Now, there are a few relics on the map. 2 are very close to Anatan. It's not really a chance that B's going to get those. He's got 2 close to him as well, so... this is going to be a nice play by B, actually. He's going to be able to get 2 relics in pretty quickly and maybe look to get that sacred site. The outpost does go up, but with 3 scholars there, he should be okay at getting the sacred site. He's going to pick up the relic there. Maybe sneak around to get the one in the north of Anatan. I mean, there's no real way he gets that one, I think, actually, at this point. Let's see what he's getting in the archery range. Does have a scholar garrison inside. He's going to double produce, essentially. So the Delhi Sultanate have this technology called efficient production. It means that the scholars can garrison inside their production buildings. That's why you see a 1 out of 1. It means that they can produce a little bit quicker. He's not producing anything just yet. Doesn't want to give away the position, potentially. Oh, the boar has been aggroed. It's a bit annoying. I think he aggroed it with the outpost. In any case, the sacred site has been activated. But it's just going to be deactivated now by that villager. Still, a little bit of gold trickling in will be nice and handy for 3DB's Delhi Sultanate. Let's see what he's up to, though, because on the back of this, obviously, he's getting the technologies for free. And is he producing anything? Oh, hello. What is going on here? He's going for a tower elephant. Now, these guys are very expensive. He will not want to lose these easily. But, okay. Well, we don't often see these units, but he's going to go straight for them. And, I mean, the interesting thing is, well, what does Anatan have to stop this? He doesn't have any spearmen yet. Oh, wait, I take that back. He's got 2 spearmen somewhere at some point. He's going for Jugnu, which is an interesting choice. It's obviously a very strong unit, but how will it fare against the Tower Elephant? That is the question, because we just heard that Tower Elephant come out. And the good thing for Anatan, he's got a lot of vision. He sees this happening. Will he know that there's a proxy base? Well, he knows there's walls there. He knows something's happening. But the Tower Elephant coming out now, it's going to be tanking a lot of damage, but it's only just 1 elephant, so only 1 elephant can only do as much as he can. It's 1 elephant in a dream. We'll see what 3DB does. Is he going to be able to queue up another one? He is as well. He's actually getting a lot of resources coming in pretty fast. Getting a market maybe just to rebalance that economy. Now, what's going to fund this is actually the relics. He's got 3 relics in already. And he's trying to get the Central Sacred Site, which I think he might just about do again. The Tower Elephant, getting a bit of value, but has to back off for now. Maybe needs to group up them together. I'm not sure if one's going to be enough. Going to try and get a gate there so we can kind of get the pathing issues, because these guys aren't the fastest. Does get a second one out now, though. Well, needs to be careful, though. A charge coming in from the Spearman, I think. Oh, that's going to be rough, actually. He might lose the first Tower Elephant. He backs away. Oh, I have a sense of something that's going to happen, guys. There's a reason why he went for Dome of the Faith. He's going to be getting those scholars out. He's going to be getting them in big numbers. And it's going to be Tower Elephants and Scholars. Probably one of the biggest memes you've seen. I mean, there used to be a time where this was super viable. I'm not sure. I mean, they've gone through nerfs and things, but I can't believe we're seeing this again. We haven't seen this in such a long time. He's going to go for the Imperial Official. Does get one. Looking to get the other. He gets the other as well. Gets 2 Imperial Officials. Oh, this could be costly, though. He might lose a Tower Elephant. That is rough. He needs to back away. B. You're going to lose 2 Tower Elephants if you're not careful. Loses 1. Is he going to lose a second? That is the question. I think he does as well. That's actually very rough. These guys don't come cheap. Holy moly. He just lost, I think, 2,000 worth of resources very quickly. Trade that for 2 Imperial Officials any day of the week. Imagine losing 2,000 resources like that. Holy smokes. He's still ahead in villager count, though, which is kind of surprising. And that just shows you how much damage he did nice and early. He's going to get a couple of man-at-arms as well. We're going to get village fortresses. Maybe think about getting a keeper. He's got no one on stone, so I don't think that's really something on the cards anytime soon. Going to go for the next gold vein. Does have the Sacred Site actually activated, believe it or not. More Tower Elephants come, and here come the Scholars to help repair and heal. I think 1 Tower Elephant should be able to deal with these Spearmen, actually. Especially with 3 Scholars. Oh my god, he's going to get more. Has he got... Where are these Scholars coming? Are they pathing around? He's got his waypoint there or something? May have his waypoint in an interesting spot. Are they going? Okay, he's going there. Maybe he's trickling them in one by one. Or he's getting small groups of them together. With 1 Tower Elephant and a Dream with the Scholars. Second one comes out as well. It looks like Anatan wants to get hold of that Central Sacred Site. Does have a couple of man-at-arms there, though. Should be able to deal with that pretty nicely. Got the Central Sacred Site secure again. Trying to get his outpost as well. And there is a couple of Shugnus harassing villagers on gold. The man-at-arms going to try and dive on that position. That's actually a really strong army composition here for B. Got man-at-arms to deal with the Jugnu. They've got the Tower Elephants with the Scholars healing them up. For the Spearmen. It's actually pretty rough here for Anatan. For the first time in the game, it looks like he's actually not only caught ahead, but caught up, but he's also got ahead by 1 villager. He's had Song Dynasty for a long time. And behind all this, though, larger number of military for B. Picking off the Spearmen. They're trying to retreat, but they're getting wrecked. They're getting picked apart by the Tower Elephants. 3 of them now. I mean, could he just trample his way through to a victory here? We'll have to see on mountain clearings. A strategy I've not seen on this map before. I mean, am I surprised it's 3DB after all? Certainly comes up with weird and wacky strategies. Gonna go north now for the wood. Thing is, he might be getting caught a little bit in position because it's not like a quick and easy retreat for him. Still focusing on those units with the... I mean, the big difference though is that the fact there are so many Scholars here. 7 of them. More elephants coming in. This is looking pretty rough actually. How does Anatan stop this? Might need spring on replacements potentially, but he needs to get rid of the Scholars. That's the big difference, the big detail here. That's what's really hurting, you feel. And he continues to produce those Scholars. Sacred Site approaching as a victory condition. 7 minutes still. Textiles coming in as well for B. Just conscious about potentially losing villagers on the front lines on the gold. Anatan trying to get some damage in. Does have a villager lead, but, you know, B was been ahead for such a long time. And spring replacement in the outpost, certainly helpful. Not enough to one-shot Ojugnu, though. Can try and torch down some houses. Not ideal. Now, the question is, the Tower Elephant's actually chasing 3 of them. Does he have another one running through the base? He does. What's going up here on the north? Well, he's walling in the wood lines. That's actually pretty smart, because the fact is the Tower Elephants are going past the wood lines. Very difficult for Anatan to afford anything with wood. At least gather wood, anyway. Ooh, a lot of villagers there being pulled away. The spearmen doing a lot of idle damage, but trouble is, there's just not enough to mount a huge pusher by any means. It's because of these Tower Elephants come back to help and plug the gaps and take out the army. 4 of them. The trouble is, these guys are tanky as it is, but with the scholars coming out to heal, it's almost impenetrable. It looks like Anatan going to opt for the Castle Age himself at 16 minutes. He'll go with the astronomical clock tower. Of course, he's been an age behind for this whole time. Pretty rough. Only 5 villages ahead at this point. And the thing is, this outpost probably will go down to these 4 Tower Elephants. And the elephants, whilst they're getting hit a little bit, they're going to just heal up with the scholars. These guys do a lot of damage, as you can see. .600 health a pop as well. And that did have that outpost was upgraded as well to be made stronger. What does it go for next? Does it go for the Barbican Sun? More elephants adding in. 5 of them now. That's 6 of them. 6,000 resources pumped into that. And yeah, I mean, maybe he's just going to go into the Barbican. I was actually going to go past it. Maybe he's going to go for the villagers. We'll have to see. Maybe he goes for the heart of things in terms of the town centre. We'll have to see. But he does now have 6 Tower Elephants. And 7 scholars healing them up. Villagers being pulled away from gold again. More idle time. Only 2 military on the field for Anatan. Going to the Castle Age was actually very painful for him. He lost a lot of momentum. Couldn't keep up with the production because of the investment. And looks like B is going to pounce on this. There is an STBs that pops out. He's dealing a decent amount of damage, but the trouble is if he doesn't snipe the scholars, these guys they're just going to live forever. Doesn't manage to snipe one, and this is going to go down very quickly to the Tower Elephants. Get surrounded. Oof. Very, very quickly to go down. And fantastic strategy by B, it has to be said. How does he stop this, Anatan? I'm not entirely sure. But now with 7 elephants, each with their own personal scholar, healing them up. Astronomical clock tower is going to be the next thing to go, it seems. Villagers in the north, only a few. Yeah, actually, they were hiding behind the woods. There's a decent number of them there, 16 on the wood. The central sacred site has been capped as well, so there's always that. 4 minutes on the ticking timer. How does Anatan stop that? I'm not entirely sure. Looks like the elephants might be winning the day. 1 crossbow, annoying those villagers on the berries. Villagers might just come out and fight that. Anatan going to micro that as much as he possibly can. Losing the astronomical clock tower. Well, that only leaves 2 more landmarks. Well, actually, take that back. 3 more landmarks left. There's the Imperial Academy. But he's going to steal the relic as well. Holy moly. I said it was going to be unlikely for him to get them. I take it back. He got one of them. We'll go for the town centre next. Villagers being kept idle, but, well, Scholar's going to come out to heal them up. He needs to find a way to get rid of these, though. It's kind of probably a bit annoying. Central sacred site being in control of the Delhi Sultanate still. 3 minutes on the clock. Town centre will be going down next. These guys are dishing out a lot of damage with the Scholars healing up. The trouble is, I don't see a way that Anatan can stop this. That's the big hurtful position for him. Bololo goes off. In the south. Does he get it? No, he doesn't. Doesn't quite manage it. Town centre about to fall, about to perish. We might just see the GG because I'm not sure Anatan has any way back. Now, as we have 8 elephants. There's the TC that goes down, and he doesn't have any more villager production. So anything he loses now is really painful. And landmark victory approaching, sacred site victory approaching as well. With just 2.5 minutes on the clock. And a lot of scholars there. He's got ready a scholar with a relic. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the crazy elephant strategy, tower elephant strategy with a proxy base from 3DB gets the win on mountain clearing. Hope you guys enjoyed this casted game. See you on the next one.